Good morning, and please remain standing. With the Marshals placing of the University Mace, we officially open the 2016 Spring Commencement exercises at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Our graduates and students, members of the University of Nebraska Board of Regents, and representatives of the faculty, administration, and staff are pleased to welcome you. To begin our ceremonies, Ha-Jung Lee of Seoul, Korea, will perform the national anthem. Ha-Jung has earned the Bachelor of Music, Music Performance, Vocal degree, and will graduate cum laude this morning from the College of Fine Arts and Humanities. Accompanying us will be John Lemke of Wallace, Nebraska. John will graduate summa cum laude today from the College of Fine Arts and Humanities. He is a member of UNK's Honors Program, Mortarboard National Honor Society, and Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, and has earned a Bachelor of Music, Music Performance, Composition, and Piano Performance with Pedagogy degree.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Ha-Jung and John, for your wonderful performance. You may be seated. It is my pleasure at this time to introduce Douglas Christensen, 9th Chancellor of the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Chancellor Christensen.
Good morning. It's a privilege to welcome all of you to the 2016 Spring Commencement exercises. First of all, thank you for your patience today. It's a full house, and we dearly appreciate all of you taking time to be here. We know you have extremely busy lives, but to be here to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates is impressive, and we appreciate your efforts. John, wow, that was worth the price of admission this morning. Yeah, well done. John, thank you for your talents as well in performing the national anthem. We appreciate it. Commencement. It's such an exciting time. It's a great event, not only for our graduates, but for each and every person who is here this morning, and for all those people, graduates, who have inspired you, supported you in one way or another. Today we are here to celebrate your accomplishments, your goals that you've met, the sacrifices you've made, and each of you has a profound and different story. Each, I think, is probably inspiring in and of itself. Some of you have traveled across the world to be here today. John, I understand that your father came all the way from Korea to be here today. That's truly impressive. Talk about jet lag this morning. We've had cultural and separation barriers. We've had all sorts of obstacles in the way of obtaining an education. Some have served in our country's military. All the sacrifices have indeed been worth it, and education will pay tremendous dividends, as you know and as you will find out. To the family and friends of our graduates, thank you for attending the most important day in your graduate's life thus far. Certainly it's the most important day in the life of a university. We appreciate you for supporting your students. Please know how proud we are of each of the graduates, just as you are. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, and the administration of the university, thank you for choosing the University of Nebraska at Kearney. It's been an honor to serve you. Welcome.
Thank you, Chancellor Christensen. We are pleased to welcome Dr. Jim Pillen of Columbus, Nebraska, to today's commencement exercises to bring greetings on behalf of the University of Nebraska Board of Regents. Regent Pillen.
Good morning. Thank you. Privilege for me to be able to welcome you on behalf of our Board of Regents. It's a privilege for us to get to serve the state of Nebraska and the students. I'd have a whole long list of being able to tell you things that are so important to us to be able to understand, but I don't think that'd be appropriate this morning. I think the message on behalf of our board that I'd like to give you is how incredibly proud we are of all of you, to be able to understand how incredibly important education and how transformative your education's been for your life. And I think that the last thing that would be most important is to understand the responsibility that comes with that. And I think the other thing I'd like to leave with you is to give you a gift. And it might be a little bit different than what you might be thinking of today, because today's such an incredible day of celebration of your accomplishment. And we congratulate you on your perseverance to get to this point. But I'd like to leave you with a gift to think about today, and the gift of appreciation. I would like to tell you that when I was your age, I didn't receive that gift. I didn't understand that, which meant that I took a whole bunch of things for granted. So I'd like you to think about the gift of appreciation, the appreciation for your education, the appreciation for the professors, the people that helped you in that walk, the gift of appreciation for your parents, for all the loved ones here that impacted your lives. And remember that to keep that close to your heart. And I think the last message from the board that I'd like to give you is, we need you. We don't want you. We want you. We need you to stay in Nebraska. You are our future. Good luck and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Pillen, and again, welcome. We also welcome other special guests and members of our platform party who will not be introduced later in the ceremony. I ask that they stand as I call their names. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Chairman of the Board of Regents, Kent Schroeder of Kearney. Regent Bob Ferris of North Platte. Regent Timothy Clare of Lincoln. Student Body President and Student Regent Rachel Flaw of Hardington. Jane Sheldon, Interim Vice Chancellor for Business and Finance. Gilbert Hinga, Dean, Division of Student Affairs. Janet Wilkie, Dean of the Library. Paul Plinsky, Director of Athletics. And to my right in the audience, former Nebraska State Senator Jim Cuddeback of Riverdale, former State Senator Dr. Joel Johnson of Kearney, Earl and Joanne Rademacher of Kearney. Earl is former UNK Vice Chancellor for Business and Finance and 2009 recipient of the Cope Cornerstone of Excellence Award. These are our special guests. Student gonfaloniers are selected by deans and the chancellor on the basis of noteworthy achievement, activity, and scholarship to carry the banners for their individual colleges. I ask that they stand and be recognized as I call their names. Again, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Caitlin Hinkey of Dannebrog, Honors Convocation Student Speaker. Mariah Herget of Norfolk Graduate College. Erin McCauley of North Platte College of Business and Technology. Carissa Ray Allen of Loomis College of Education. Alexander Rudolph of Ogallala College of Fine Arts and Humanities. And Joshua Sloger Edgar from Omaha College of Natural and Social Sciences. Each commencement, members of the university's administration and faculty are invited to nominate students from among the graduates to deliver senior class reflections. Today's speaker is Tyson Lanka of Ogallala, son of Rod and Jana Lanka. Tyson will graduate summa cum laude this morning from the College of Business and Technology with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration Comprehensive with emphasis in finance. A Nebraska Bankers Association scholar and recipient of the Nestor Leadership Award, Tyson has served as a Chancellor's Student Ambassador and earned the Dean's Academic Excellence Award during all semesters. Other prestigious honors include College of Business and Technology Outstanding Junior Award, Beta Kappa Sigma, Mortarboard, and Order of Omega Honor Societies, serving as President of Order of Omega. UNK Outstanding Unsung Hero Award, Dean's Student Advisory Board, and recipient of the Patricia Rhodes, Bacon Rhine, and the Ender Family Scholarships. Tyson was also a 2015 Homecoming finalist, held leadership positions in student government and the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity, was active in community service, and held outside employment. And he studied a lot. He has accepted a position with the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation as a financial institution specialist. Please welcome Tyson Lanka to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2016.
Thank you. Good morning, members of the Board of Regents, Chancellor Christensen, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, class of 2016. It is truly an honor and a humbling experience to be standing before each and every one of you on this exciting commencement morning. In all of my life, I have never been so honored to be standing before such a successful, determined, and influential group of college graduates and guests. Graduates, we finally made it. All the countless hours spent on homework, studying for exams, and group projects has finally paid off. This is the moment so many of us have been waiting for since we began our journey as college students 4 short years ago, or 6 or 7 years ago for some of you. For some of us, it seems as if the time in college absolutely flew by, and for others, it may have seemed as if this day would never come. Commencement is a time to reflect on all the accomplishments we have achieved during our college careers here at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. I will forever be grateful for the opportunities and experiences that I have had at this great institution. On behalf of the entire graduating class of 2016, I would like to take a minute to give all the esteemed faculty, staff, and administration our sincerest thanks for their contributions to the creation of our promising futures. I can without a doubt say that it is because of each of you that we, as UNK graduates, are equipped to go out into this world and begin making a difference as productive, educated citizens. Upon receiving the invitation to deliver the student reflection for the 2016 UNK Spring Commencement, I was literally brought to tears. After the excitement of calling my parents and telling my closest friends, the anxiety hit. I thought to myself, what in the world am I going to say to such a brilliant audience of graduates? This is an audience of future doctors, lawyers, bankers, teachers, coaches, scientists, and numerous other remarkably successful individuals. As much as I wish I were comical and witty and could create one of those speeches that would have you all on the edge of your seats dying of laughter, I'm going to save myself the embarrassment because I simply do not possess the talent to deliver such a speech. I'm not going to stand up here and provide you with life-changing advice because let's face it, we are all about to officially graduate from college today, and much of the world has yet to be explored by all of us. So instead, I've decided to keep my speech short, sweet, and to the point because after all, I know each of you is more worried about getting your diploma already so that the real celebration can commence. I'm going to focus on what I believe are the 3 most important values to live by: appreciation, hard work, and happiness, all of which shaped me into the individual I am today. These are the 3 values that were incredibly significant to my journey at UNK. Appreciation is the first point I want to discuss. Appreciation and gratitude is a topic that has been preached to me beginning at a very early age. From day one, my parents instilled in me the value of saying thank you. Oftentimes, I feel like these 2 simple words are becoming obsolete, even though the impact they can have on those around us is immeasurable. In the wise words of Ralph Marston, make it a habit to tell people thank you, to express your appreciation sincerely and without the expectation of anything in return. Truly appreciate those around you, and you will soon find many others around you. Truly appreciate life, and you will soon find that you have more of it. Today is a day that we need to reflect on the things we are thankful for, including family, friends, good health, and opportunity. So in the spirit of appreciation, I would like to give a special shout out to my 2 biggest fans, the 2 individuals I owe everything to, and most importantly, the 2 individuals who loved me unconditionally all along my journey. Without all your love and support, Mom and Dad, I can assure you that I would not be standing before all of you today. So graduates, in light of my first point, I think it's only appropriate if we give all of our parents and supporters a big round of applause for all the love and support they have given us along our journeys. This brings me to my second point, hard work. I'm going to begin by sharing one of my all-time favorite quotes by Pelé, a retired Brazilian soccer player who is regarded as one of the greatest soccer players of all time. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, and most of all, love of what you are doing. As I reflect on my time at UNK, one particular story of incredible determination and hard work sticks out in my mind. I am certain that many of you have had similar experiences with professors in your particular areas of study. The spring semester of my junior year, I was enrolled in Dr. Borden's corporate finance course. This was a course that always caused a lot of chatter around the College of Business and Technology, particularly amongst individuals in the finance program. It has always been labeled as the weeding course because it has been known to cause individuals that were maybe not as serious about finance to switch to a different emphasis. I can still remember logging onto Blackboard right before the start of a weekend, anticipating to find an exercise of chapter problems that Dr. Borden usually assigned. I distinctly remember that I had my weekend all planned out with all of my buddies. What I found was an assignment and a quiz, each containing 248 time value of money problems. Needless to say, my weekend plans were quickly canceled. Later, I found out that the goal of this small exercise was much more than ensuring that we had a grip on this very important financial concept. As always, the following Monday morning, Dr. Borden explained that this particular exercise accomplished far more than what was seen on the surface. He went on to explain that we all needed to consider the opportunity cost of completing both the assignment and the quiz based off the overall impact it would have on our final grades. Undoubtedly, this was a harsh way of teaching us the value of time management, determination, and perseverance. This is definitely an experience that I will never forget, and this was only one of the incredible impacts that this professor had on my life. So for that and everything else that you have done to shape me into the individual today, thank you, Dr. Borden. As each of you sitting in the audience probably has had a relatable story, this commencement ceremony is a perfect example of hard work paying off. The final topic I would like to discuss this morning is arguably the most important aspect of life: happiness. Life without happiness is a life without a direction or a purpose. Over the past few weeks, as my time at UNK came to an end, I couldn't help but think of all the fun times and happiness that this place has brought me. From the lip sync competition each year during homecoming week to the weekly late night runs to McDonald's with my buddies, I will truly treasure the nights that turned into mornings, the friends that turned into family, and the dreams that turned into reality. The key to life could not be expressed any better than by John Lennon of the Beatles. This iconic singer and songwriter once stated, "When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life." With that being said, I would like to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I would like to wish each and every one of you nothing but the absolute best in all of your future endeavors. I hope each of your lives is full of appreciation, hard work, and happiness. Congratulations, class of 2016. God bless.
Thank you, Tyson, and congratulations. You have a very bright future ahead of you. UNK is celebrating two important numbers this year, 25 and 111. We're celebrating the number 25 because this year is UNK's 25th anniversary as part of the University of Nebraska system. The number 111 is part of our history too. In March 1903, the Nebraska legislature appropriated $50,000 to build a normal school in western Nebraska that would be devoted to teacher education. Normal comes from the French word meaning model. A fiercely competitive political battle ensued as communities across the western half of the state campaigned to be selected. The State Board of Education was tasked with making the final decision and put the matter to a vote on September 1st. It took the State Board not 20 or 50 or 100 ballots, but 111 ballots to finally award the new school to Kearney. And the first fall term of the Nebraska State Normal School at Kearney commenced on September 20th, 1905, making the fall 2016 term our 111th. In the spirit of this celebration, the University Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Associate Professor and Director of Bands Dwayne Bierman, will perform UNK's first fight song, Spirit of KSN March. It was composed in 1910 by Normal School Professor and Director of the band, Benjamin Patterson. In 2011, it was arranged for performance by the Wind Ensemble by Professor Emeritus Ron Crocker. Dr. Bierman. Thank you, Dr. Bierman, and thank you, students. What a wonderful piece of history. Chancellor Christensen.
Wind Ensemble, Dr. Bierman, thank you very much. That was terrific. And Tyson, we really appreciate your remarks on behalf of the class today. It's been an honor to have you as a student, and we're going to miss seeing you around campus. Good luck. The Ron and Carol Cope Cornerstone of Excellence Award. It was established in 2003 and is presented to individuals who have provided significant service, support, and promotion of UNK, the greater Kearney area, and the state of Nebraska. Like the Copes, whom this award is named, the recipient must be a true cornerstone to the university. It is a university-wide award, and all the nominations have been reviewed and approved by a vote of the Board of Regents. It is our highest campus honor. Regent Schroeder, would you assist this morning in our presentation to Stanley A. Klaus, Mayor of the City of Kearney. Stan and Regent Schroeder, would you please approach the podium? A native of Brady, Nebraska, Stan Klaus attended Mid-Plains Community College and Kearney State College and has been employed as an account manager for the Nebraska Public Power District South Central area since 1978. In 2003, he was elected to the Kearney City Council, and in 2006 was voted by his fellow council members to serve as mayor of the city of Kearney, a position he still holds today. His service includes the League of Municipalities, the Executive Board of Directors and Legislative Committees, the Kearney Board of Adjustments, the Shelton Village Board, the North Platte Planning Commission, and governor appointments to the State Natural Resources Commission, Water Funding Task Force, Human Trafficking Task Force, and the Greater Nebraska Chief Elected Officials Board. Additionally, he is actively engaged in numerous service organizations such as the Nebraska State Chamber of Commerce, the Great Platte River Road Archway Board of Directors, the Buffalo County Economic Development Council of Board of Directors, Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Kearney Area Chamber of Commerce, and Leadership Kearney, to just name a few. An outstanding civic leader and a dedicated supporter of community and statewide organizations, Mayor Klaus is also a tremendous friend to the University of Nebraska-Kearney. In 2011, he was named the recipient of the UNK Friend of Social Work Award in recognition of his establishment of the Leanne and Jeremiah Social Work Scholarship. He has opened his life and his home to the university's international students through its International Friendship Program, and has served as host for students from Denmark, Japan, Benin, and the Bahamas. In addition, he has contributed financially to other campus programs, serves on the UNK Center for Rural Research and Development Advisory Council, and attends so many campus events, I think you are employed here. He goes to athletic contests, but concerts and plays. We call on him time and time again to give welcomes, greetings, present awards, attend ribbon cuttings, dedications, and literally without exception, he accommodates us with his usual and customary grace and poise. He is trusted and a loyal friend, and he is one of the cornerstones whom we rely on for support and strength. It is my distinct honor this morning to present to Mayor Stan Klaus the 2016 Ron and Carol Cope Cornerstone of Excellence Award. Stan Klaus.
Well, good morning, and welcome to Kearney. I do that 15 times a week, I think, with different groups. But my remarks will be brief. You know, as we have council meetings, I can tell you that you never speak to this many people at a council meeting. And we also, our council meetings run 5 to 10 minutes long, so you won't have a very long speech from me either, because that's all the longer I know how to talk. But it's really an honor. Chancellor, thank you. Regents, thank you. When I look at those that were given this award prior to me, these are outstanding citizens in our community, and it's really an honor to be mentioned in the same breath as they are. Friend Joel Johnson was one of them, and Joel and I, we work on a lot of projects together. So I do want to say a few words of thanks. First of all, thanks to the families that send your students to Kearney. You know, we have a tremendous relationship between the university and the Kearney community, and we love our students, and we love our university, and we're so thankful that you as parents and grandparents and family elected to send your children, your students, to this fine community. And we send letters out, and we promise that our community will keep them safe. They'll have a lot of fun while they're here. Did you guys have a lot of fun while you're here? Okay. But we'll keep them safe. We'll watch them. And hopefully you can walk out of this arena today and say that Kearney, you held up your end of the bargain, because our students did get a great education and they were safe, and they did have a great time. To the faculty, thank you for the opportunity, because I look a lot of friends in the faculty here, and I have a lot of opportunities to come to speak to the different classes. And when I said that our council meetings are 5 to 10 minutes long, that's no exaggeration. So when you send your kids there for civic classes and they have to sit there and give a report on council meetings, keep that in mind. You might have to send them to 3 or 4 because they are only 5 to 10 minutes long. But when I go to the visit the classes and talk to students, I have stories that I share with them about here's how it works outside the 4 walls of the campus setting, if you will. And these are things that we see in our community, and these are social issues that we have. And we'll also just share some fun stories, and I have a couple stories that I would like to share about a couple of our regents. And one of them was Regent Schroeder, and he placed upon me the value of education. Because we were golfing one day, and I had a decent shot, and he says, you know, Stan, he said, you could be pretty good. He says, you just need to take some lessons. So that's the value of education, so I'm like, okay, I better take some lessons and learn. And then Regent Ferris, when I was in high school at Brady, I stayed with my grandparents, and we worked in a cleaning service in North Platte, and we would clean City Hall. And Bob Ferris was the mayor of North Platte, one of the youngest mayors in the history of the state, I think. And I would clean City Hall, and I would go sit in his chair, and he didn't even know it. I'm just some runny-nosed kid from Brady sitting in the chair thinking, this would be so cool to be the mayor of North Platte. And so that was just one of those things that always stuck in my mind, that now when we have elementary school kids and they come into the Kearney City Hall and they get to sit in our chairs, are we setting the same example for them that Mayor Ferris set for me? And finally, to the graduates, thank you. Thank you for choosing Kearney, and thank you for coming here. You bring an energy to our community that, for a community our size, you just don't see everywhere. And we love that energy. We love our students. You bring talent into our community. You share new ideas. You bring a cultural diversity to our community that wouldn't exist were it not for this university and your choice as international students to come into our community. So thank you. We invest in our community, our students, and we hope that that investment, as graduates, you go on in your careers, that you will think fondly of Kearney, and you decide that you want to come back and start a family and raise a family in this community and keep Kearney growing and keep it on the path of success that we're currently seeing. So graduates, thank you, and all of you, again, welcome to Kearney. Come back often. Our doors are always open.
Congratulations again, Stan. You exemplify everything for what this ward was created. Thank you. In defense of Regent Ferris, he was the youngest elected mayor at that time in the state of Nebraska, so it wasn't too bad. Scott Moore is a 1992 graduate of the University of Nebraska at Kearney, and today we are very proud to welcome him back to his alma mater as our keynote speaker. It has been 24 years since he delivered the student address at his own commencement in this very arena. Tyson, make a note. You're to be back here in May of 2040, I hope. Yeah? Scott earned his Bachelor of Science in Economics and Political Science, and in 1995 received his Juris Doctorate degree from Creighton University School of Law. He began his legal career that same year in Omaha as an associate attorney for the Baird Holm Law Firm. In 1998, new career opportunities emerged when he accepted a position as a trial attorney with the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Justice in Washington, D.C. While at the Justice Department, he serves as the lead counsel on some of the largest patent and practice cases alleging violations with Americans with Disabilities Act and the Fair Housing Act. 5 years later, in 2003, he returned to Baird Holm, where he is currently the firm's lead ADA, fair housing, and disability law practice attorney. Scott is widely recognized as a national expert in ADA and fair housing laws. He specializes in representing business and nonprofit organizations under investigation by the federal enforcement agencies, including the Department of Justice, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, and the Equal Opportunity Employment Commission. He is often called upon by industry, colleges, universities, state and local governments to provide assistance in developing compliance training programs, policies, and procedures. He serves as a legal specialist for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's Fair Housing Accessibility First program. He's been named the Best Lawyers in America and Great Plains Super Lawyer. He has also been recognized in the Lawyer Spotlight by the American Bar Association and their Commission on Mental Health and Physical Disability Law. He is a superstar. Please join me in welcoming Scott Moore.
Outstanding. Well, I think my microphone is working. Chancellor, Regents, Mr. Mayor, distinguished guests, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2016. Congratulations. We are here because of you. We are here because of your hard work, your dedication, your perseverance in obtaining your degree, whether it be a graduate degree, an undergraduate degree. Take time to enjoy this day. As successful people, I think you're already probably anxious and thinking about what the next step is. But I want you to take time to enjoy today, because I guarantee one thing: you will look back fondly on the time you spent at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Savor the day, enjoy it. Congratulations. It is an absolute honor for me to be here today. As Chancellor Christensen said, 24 years ago, I was in the same spot as Tyson, giving the address for the class of 1992. Some of you weren't even born. Maybe many of you weren't even born back then. That hurts. But I recall it as yesterday in many ways. I recall it as a lifetime ago in many ways. When I was first asked to give the address, and I was thinking about what I would say, I did what probably most of you would do. I went to Google and YouTube. And I searched commencement speeches only to learn that when you do that, what comes up are commencement speeches of presidents of the United States, former presidents, Nobel laureates, industry titans, human rights leaders from around the world, movie stars, actors. That didn't give me a lot of confidence. I don't know that I am suited to speak to you today, but I'm going to do my best to share some of the experiences that I had here at UNK and what I've learned in my life that hopefully you can take with you as you leave this auditorium and start your new path. My wife and twin daughters are in the audience today. I have twin 11-year-old daughters. And we hear a common refrain in our household. And if you're a parent, I'm sure you've heard this. That's not fair. Right? Now, my daughters are really intelligent. I can't even help them with their math homework in 5th grade already. I mean, they're very intelligent girls. But their concept of fairness still needs a little refining. But sometimes they're absolutely right. Something that happened at school from a teacher or a friend or a referee on the soccer field is objectively unfair. And if you find them today and ask them what I say back to them, they'll say, well, Dad says he doesn't care. And I do say that. I say, I don't care. And I say, what have I told you since as far back as you can remember? And they say, yeah, Dad, we know life's not fair. And I say that not because I don't care, but I say that because they have to be prepared and understand that sometimes life is not fair. And they have a choice. They have a choice at that point to either look at it as an excuse to not act, to fall into despair, to simply accept that unfairness. Or they can use it as motivation. They can understand that they'll have obstacles, that they'll have barriers that they need to get through, and it is up to them to figure out what the path is around that. It's up to them to not accept unfairness, but to do something about it. Now, I learned that lesson when I was here at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Well, it was Kearney State back then. In 1987, I was a freshman, graduated high school and came here to secure a degree and run cross country and track. And the first 2 months of my experience here, I immersed myself into college. I loved it. I met friends. I became a member of Pi Kappa Alpha. I ran cross country and track. I loved every bit of it. But something drastically changed on the evening of March 21st of 1987. It was a cold, rainy day, November day I'm sure you've experienced here. And I made some bad decisions. I decided to get into a car with friends. We had all been drinking. And someone said, let's go out to Seven Hills Road. I had no idea what Seven Hills Road was. I still don't know where it is. I don't know if it exists. Maybe it was renamed. But Seven Hills Road was self-descriptive. 7 hills up and down on a gravel road. And what it was is we went out there to drive very fast over the hills. Now, I recall driving out there, but that's it. I don't recall anything after that. But what happened was, about halfway through the 7 hills, the driver, who was drinking and intoxicated like all of us, lost control of the car. It dug into the culvert, rolled 10 times. I flew out of the back of the window. I don't know how far I was thrown, but it ended up with broken ribs, a collapsed lung, a ruptured spleen, a broken spine, and a severed spinal cord. To say my life had changed that evening was an understatement. Spent a few weeks in the hospital in intensive care. Was very lucky to live. And then I started rehab. What happens if you have an injury like this is you go to a rehabilitation hospital, because going in you probably think, well, you can't walk, but what you don't realize is you really have to learn everything again. You have to learn to get out of bed. You have to learn how to transfer in and out of cars. You have to learn to drive. You have to learn to do everything again. I was much like a child learning again everything I needed to do. And during the day, it wasn't bad. I was busy. I was in physical therapy. I was trying to get stronger. You know, I was a runner. I was a $135, right? Real strong legs, not a muscle on the top of my body, okay? So that has to change, obviously, when you push a wheelchair around. But at night, when it was quiet and I was in the room alone and the lights were out, it was hard. It was difficult. And I asked myself why many, many times. I was immersed in unfairness. We can all think of something that we've done in our lives probably where if it would have went this way rather than that way, it could have been a bad result. So why did this happen to me? To give you a little bit more color on that, there were 5 of us in the car that night. Of the other 4 people in the car, 3 walked away without any injury and 1 had a broken leg. Talk about unfairness. And when you experience something like that, it pulls you down. The despair pulls you down. It wants you to feel that. But one day, I was in the physical therapy room, which is a big room. And in these rehab hospitals, there are people with all kinds of injuries, strokes, things like that. And I looked around, and I saw people who were injured with spinal cord injuries in their neck, who had very limited use of their arms. Some couldn't breathe on their own. I saw people who had strokes. I saw people who had head injuries, brain injuries, that left them not only physically disabled, but cognitively disabled. And I saw them working so hard to still fight to experience life. And that day changed me, because I thought, wow, if they are fighting like that, how am I to say life is unfair? And I took inventory that day about everything that I had. I wanted to get a degree. Why couldn't I? I couldn't run, but I began to wheelchair race. I wanted to meet someone, spend my life with someone. I wanted to have children. There was nothing stopping me from that. The friends and family and this whole community of Kearney I had, constantly visiting me, telling me, we can't wait for you to be back, was incredible. And I knew, this is it, guys. We get one chance here. There's no do-overs in life. There's no time machine. This is it. And I pushed away despair and worked as hard as I could to get back to UNK. And when I got back here, I'm not going to paint a picture of how easy it was. There were times that were difficult. But the most valuable, how lucky I was to have my fellow students, the academic faculty, the administration. When I showed a willingness, a want to achieve something, they were there to help me. William Nestor, who was the president of Kearney State and then the chancellor of the University of Nebraska at Kearney, personally came to me many times to encourage me to take leadership positions on the campus, to encourage me to get involved. He also was a Pike. He encouraged me to get involved in International Pike AA. He pushed me. Where does that happen? That a chancellor of the university would take time for a student and do that. It happens here at UNK. Now, after I graduated from UNK and received my law degree, I practiced for a couple years in Omaha, and then I went and got the incredible opportunity to work for the Civil Rights Division of the U.S. Department of Justice. Now understand, this is the office that led the prosecution of the 3 civil rights workers who were murdered in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1964. This is the office that led the investigation into the assassination of Martin Luther King. I was in those walls. A kid from South Omaha who went to Kearney State is now in that office. And I got to sit before courts across the country advocating for people's civil rights. I want you to think about that. Our government advocates for civil rights. That doesn't happen anyplace else in the world. Most places in the world are totalitarian regimes. And even if they're not, they don't put the resources towards that. So at that point, now I had a chance to not only get through it and understand that I needed to get around unfairness, I had a chance to do something about it. I took what I had learned. I took the strength that I got from this community and put it to work there. Now, every day I wake up and my wheelchair is beside me. It's always going to be next to my bed. The reminder is there. So every day I take inventory like I did in that day in the hospital. How lucky I am. I have a beautiful, loving, intelligent wife. 2 beautiful, loving, intelligent, kind girls. They're my daughters. I have incredible friends. I work in a law firm with the smartest, most talented lawyers in the country. The opportunities I have are endless. Everybody has a chair next to their bed in some way, shape, or form when they wake up. All of you do. And if you don't now, there will be some time in your life where you will be facing something. Whether it's a disability or a health condition or a personal relationship issue or an issue at work or an issue at home, it's going to happen. And I challenge you, when despair tries to grab you and to pull you down, to take inventory. Learn from that and look around your communities. Look around where you are and find those folks that need a voice, that are being pulled into despair, and give them a voice. Give them the help. Pull them from there. Each of you, I have no doubt, will be able to do that. I want to leave you with a thought about how we can take inventory right now in your life. If you were born in the United States, you are one of 4.4% of the population of the world. You hit the jackpot. That's like winning the lottery being born in this country. By graduating today, you are one of 39% of Americans who have a college degree. The postgraduate degrees, you're one of 8% of Americans that have that. Take inventory today of what we have. And finally, I want to leave with you a thought. In 1940 and early 1941, England was at the brink. It was World War II, and Germany was bombing London and other cities, and we hadn't entered the war yet. And everyone thought it was done. There was not going to be any more Britain, not going to be any more England. It was going to be Nazi-occupied territory. That changed in 1941. It also changed in 1941 after we entered the war. But in 1941, Winston Churchill gave a commencement speech. And he talked about how things had changed, the despair that they felt a year before, and how different it was, and what lesson they could learn. And he said the lesson was never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in, except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. Never give in. So as you leave today, I challenge you, never give in to despair. Never give in to unfairness. You have the opportunity to change the world. So never, ever, ever give in. Thank you.
Scott, on behalf of our graduates and the entire UNK community, congratulations on your important work and inspiring career. And now we have arrived at that special moment, the conferring of degrees. We will begin with the awarding of the graduate degrees. Candidates for the graduate degrees will be presented by Dr. Kenya Taylor, Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies and Research.
Would the candidates for graduate degrees please rise? Chancellor Christensen, these applicants have fulfilled all the requirements established by the Board of Regents for their respective graduate degrees. Therefore, the graduate faculty recommends that these candidates be granted the degrees along with the privileges and responsibilities that accompany the degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, and upon the recommendation of the faculty of the University of Nebraska at Kearney, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate graduate degree and admit you to the rights, honors, privileges, and obligations. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Catherine Zuckweiler, Associate Professor of Management and Associate Dean of Graduate Studies and Research, will read the candidates' names. Hooding the candidates for graduate degrees are Professor of Accounting and Finance Bruce Elder, Department Chair and Associate Professor of Teacher Education Christopher Cannell, Department Chair and Professor of Music and Performing Arts Tim Farrell, and Assistant Professor of History Jeff Wells.
The Graduate College is proud to recognize these graduates. Earning the Master of Science in Education degree, Mariah Nicole Hergott. Earning the Education Specialist degree, Shelley K. Becker. Kimberly Jo Ben Orden. Ariel Christensen. Letitia Ray Dominguez. Kirsty Ray Hyatt. Savannah Sloan Lohmeyer. Megan Nickel. JC Ann Ostergaard. Connie J. Rocker. Jared John Royal. Summer Elizabeth Schmidt. Megan M. Schwank. Sydney Renee Veskerna. Earning the Master of Arts degree, Tariq Aram. Jean M. Gakey. Jeffrey R. Jimenez. Earning the Master of Arts in Education degree, Karen Archdeacon. Marissa Lee Bongers. Lori Jeanette Carfield. Joseph John Kochner. Joshua Darvo. Heather A. Hull. Jace J. Johnson. Maggie Johnson. Bryce Alexander King. Ryan William Kroger. Amanda Mary Lewis. Casey Alexander Loomis. Lindsay Elaine Lund. Laura Marshall. Judy M. McLean. Elizabeth Lynn Norman. Deborah F. O'Neill. Chloe Elizabeth Roberts. Amy M. Samuelson. Jillian Eve Schernicke. Daniel John Thyron. Gregory Stephen Veronald. Ashley Marie Wilson. Rachel Sarah Wood. Earning the Master of Science degree, Serene Alcanza Kebage. Camille Renee Atwood Merck. Miranda M. Ostrowski. Rachel N. Pickstein. Todd Daniel Scripture. Earning the Master of Science in Education degree, Sarah Elizabeth Gentry Bartling. Laura Abigail Benson. Alexis Nicole Brandt. Chen Shu Chai. Jamie Lee Camden. Jocelyn Imei Chan. Jelena Leona Edwards. Maggie Felgen. Jessica Lee Ferguson. Emily Ann Firestein. Sadie Lynn Foster. Rashawn Dedrick Harvey. Christopher R. Hollister. Alyssa Ray Jacobs. Kale Lauren Jones. Brooke Kruger. Jordan Lee Maurer. Hannah M. Meyer. Carlin Kathleen Mizell. Brittany Norfolk. Amanda B. Nunn. Taylor Lee Reeves. Joshua K. Schumann. Maddie J. Sims. Julie Smith. Jonathan Trent Terry. Kelsey Marie Weatherholt. Rachel Elizabeth Westphalen. Earning the Master of Business Administration degree, Kaylee Renee Hodgen. Zachary J. Justice.
Chancellor Christensen, these are the recipients of our graduate degrees. Will all of you please join me in extending congratulations to the graduate degree recipients?
At this time, we will confer the undergraduate degrees. Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs, Charles Bisek, will present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees please rise? Chancellor Christensen, I am happy to present to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in their specialized areas. They have completed all the requirements for the degrees as prescribed by the University of Nebraska at Kearney and the Board of Regents. It is the recommendation of the faculty that they be granted their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, and upon the recommendation of your faculty, I hereby confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree and admit you to the fellowship of educated women and men with all of its rights, honors, privileges, and obligations. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may be seated. The undergraduate degrees will be presented by the deans of the colleges. Tim Burkink, College of Business and Technology. Cheryl Feinstein, College of Education. Bill Germa, College of Fine Arts and Humanities, and John LeDuc, College of Natural and Social Sciences. Reading the names of the graduates will be Associate Dean and Professor of Management, Susan Jensen, College of Business and Technology. Associate Dean and Associate Professor of Teacher Education, Cheryl Crow, College of Education. Associate Dean and Associate Professor of Modern Languages, Darren Snyder, College of Fine Arts and Humanities. And Department Chair and Associate Professor of Political Science, Diane Duffin, College of Natural and Social Sciences. We will begin with the College of Business and Technology.
Good morning. The College of Business and Technology is very proud to present our graduates receiving the baccalaureate degree. Receiving the Bachelor of Science, Aaron Michael McCauley. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts, Dylan M. McIntyre. Receiving the Bachelor of Science, Jordan Lee Atkinson. Katsuya Amano. Daniel B. Anderson. Andrew Thomas Armitage. Nicholas David Bowens. Quinlan J. Wergus Becker. Bryce Ann Bell. Reed Jared Bellamy. Jake Tanner Berglund. Rachel Marie Barrickman. Suraj Pada. Marcus Greg Blunk. Alex Robert Brown. Ryan Austin Bruna. Heather N. Brunelli. Chrissa Dawn Birchfield. James Robert Birkland. Mara B. Chavez. Megan Joanne Cremosta. Jacob Clancy. Casey Lynn Clevenger. Victoria Lynn Crook. Jamie Marie Crosby. Colton Terrence Dorr. Matthew R. Drimmel. Austin J. Ducker. Tess McRae Dugan. Ethan Earl Enox. Jordan P. Frankie. Taylor Jeffrey Gellerman. Abby Pauline Giller. Turner A. Goa. Adeline Gonzalez. Jacob Mark Griffith. Mark Grote. Chase William Gulzo. Hattie Sue Hagan. Mesa Hammond. Bailey Marie Hansen. Sarah Marie Hansen. Justin William Harris. Ty Matthew Hartley. Tanner Vaughn Hayes. Martin L. Hobelman. Bradley Holmes. Matthew James Dean Houston. Alyssa Ray Jansen. Ashley Renee Jasnock. Paula Jimenez. Jacob Matthew Johnson. Jesslyn Rose Kearney. Yerim Kim. Lindsay Ann Clayson. Jake Thomas Cole. Robert L. Kosmachek. Caitlin Rose Kreitzer. Aaron Ray Kroll. Michaela Ann Kicker. Grady G. Lamphere. Peyton Aaron Lang. Tyson Scott Lenka. Jonathan Larchick. Sarah Nicole Larrington. Joshua F. Lease. Jessica Brianna Lee. Rachel Elizabeth Lee. Seth William Linnemeyer. Ashley Nicole Lopez. Jaime Lopez. John Spencer Lowe V. Jacob R. Lundgren. Deborah R. Lusk. Ellen Dee Mantrek. Skylar Edward Manville. Kelsey Martinson. Sarah J. McCaslin. Wendy Maureen McDermott. Kirby Carl Mindick. Sasha D. Mettenbrink. Casey Joseph Miller. Jacob D. Miller. Jessica M. Miner. Brianna Nicole Monter. Joshua David Mooney. Logan Patrick Mulbach. Riley Andrew Myers. Alex Obermeyer. Lauren O'Brien. Tyler D. O'Daniel. Casey Robert Ulrich. Jacob Lee Olmsted. Mayra Isela Ortiz. Alan J. Parsons. Alec J. Pelster. Kyle Peters. Jason William Peterson. Derek Michael Poe. Alexandra Eileen Prochaska. Riley D. Rocheski. Jennifer Christine Rains. Zachary Michael Ramold. Anit Sarneen Rana. Jared Lee Rathie. Alexander M. Reganos. Cameron Rickey. Nicholas E. Rimpley. Jeffrey William Rodas. Mason M. Rorick. Kobe B. Roming. Shelby T.A. Rowan. Cameron Anthony Sinner. Elizabeth Nicole Spellman. Samantha Irene Spain. Jacqueline Ann Starr. Caitlin Elizabeth Steele. Brian David Steffes. Jared Spencer Strong. Rio Suzuki. Tanner H. Teal. Stephanie Castillo. Carlos Andres Tejada Castro. Rashawn Tapa. Jenny M. Turner. Marissa Carolyn Upton. Matthew Rod Van Pelt. Jonathan Frank Vasquez. Omir Vontasiever. Jessica Vettel. Brady Wade Veith. Calvin S. Vance. Hannah Seiming Longfu Wade. Chen Chu Wong. Miranda Page Ward. Aisha Brianne Watson. Logan Verlin Watts. Tyler David Welch. Chase J. White. Nicholas Gregory Weimers. Zach Werdeman. Renee Gali Xiong. Xingcheng Zhang. Landon J. Zimba. Landon L. Zimmer.
The faculty and administration of the College of Education are pleased and proud to present our 2016 graduates. Carissa Ray Allen. Thomas Samuel Arellano. Kelly Ann Bauer. Ryan Mark Bauer. Chelsea Blanco. Megan Rose Brower. Sky Ella Berger. Alyssa Irene Carey. Suzanne E. Carnazzo. Kayla Marie Carricker. Tyler C. Cogswell. Jennifer E. DeBoard. Alexis Lauren Delbo. Catherine Dolish. Taylor Hand. Amanda Jean McClure Hines. Harley Dawn Hollenbeck. Miranda J. James. Chelsea Ray Jansen. Sarah Karst. Taylor E. Kittle. Caitlin Marie Cruz. Erin Lynn Lambert. Clarissa Lynn Larson. Erica Lee Lomax. Sarah McGinnis. Cynthia I. Malvais Rosas. Hillary Ann May. Nicole Lynn McAuliffe. Anna Elizabeth Mendick. Justine Danae Meyer. Alexa Brianne Olson. Monica Renee Petz. Morgan Lindsay Ransdell. Allison Renee Rodriguez. Haley Jo Schroer. Erin Ruth Seeley. Kelsey I. Seifert. Bailey Delane Sigler. Whitney J. Smith. Brittany Clara Snyder. Carissa Lorraine Stack. Tiana Marie Stidham. Kale Streeter. Katharina H. Stewart. Kirsten Ruth Stiskel. Matthew Ryan Thomas. Taylor Marie Tariq. Chloe Bell Wickham. Jared John Ahrensdorf. Riley Morgan Arnold. Rika Asai. JC Danielle Bean. Michaela Jo Carter. Miranda Marie Coffey. Lindsay Ann Cork. Corey Lee Dallum. Joseph Nicola De Simone. Emily Kate Donahoe. Norma Jean Renee Driscoll. Kaylin Bradley Farr. Keisha M. Folk. Luke Daniel Friesen. Kylie L. Haynes. Mitchell Jean Huffaker. Suzanne Human. Nolan Charles Kratzer. Jordan Reed Kriesik. Katie Marie Kronke. Katie Levide Kuntz. Hunter Christine Love. Bronson E. Marsh. Bryce M. Mason. Alexis McHale Mercado. Alyssa Danielle Morrison. Connor Cruzy Altman. Keisha Marion O'Mara. Benjamin L. Peterson. Nicole A. Potoff. Patrick Cody Rao. Mallory Ann Richthaler. Kayla Marie Roth. Maggie Christine Salem. Stephanie M. Sander. Trevor Aaron Schramm. Whitney N. Schroer. Ethan M. Scott. Dalton Ray Seeley. Justine A. Seavity. Nicole M. Swisher. Dylan Michael Warford. Taylor James Winnekamp. Brianne Nicole White. Chelsea Lynn Wickard. Frederick Dwayne Williams Jr. Peyton Renee Rogge. Lauren Nicole Young. Lauren Shea Bartunik. Mackenzie Nicole Cockrell. Mallory Allison Connolly. Brittany Sue Frederick. Nicole A. Hoffman. Taylor Noel Johnson. Jalessa Rachel Oakes. Shelby Rother. Sydney Ray Wagner. Brianna Renee Wardine. Ashton Ray Watson.
The faculty of the College of Fine Arts and Humanities is pleased to present the following graduates. Alexander Shane Rudolph. Amber Marie Banning. Taylor Joy Brown. Allison Buckley. Ana Maria Gamboa Urego. Luis Fernando Gamero Gutierrez. Tracy Catalina Denise Gilmore. Darren Michael Gonzalez. Sarah Lisa Christine Helleberg. Kara Marie Mercure. Noemi Murillo Corona. Myra Perez. Joana Pinedo. Estefania Reyes. Shelby Marie Rust. Rosalina Sebastian. Rachel Rose Slowick. Rachel Taylor. Michaela Marie Turner. Laurie May Venteicher. Yentel Yvonne Diaz. Maria Elena Hernandez. Thomas Beckett Johnson. Jackson Michael Kenton. Nicole Jane Miller. Margarita Montserrat Ramirez. Carolina Ramos. Daniel Revelo Martinez. Jacqueline Renee Ridgway. Catherine Ann Reich. Shelby A. Sanner. Jacob G. Uden. Leah Marie Vanderweyden. Kaylee Celeste Aldana. Brittany Ann Blankenship. Shelby R. Cameron. Grace Marie Childress. Brittany M. Clarkson. Megan Marie Forsgren. Anthony M. Hunke. Michaela Rose McConnell. Jessica Lynn Nichols. Mallory Ann Plasek. Susie Sawatsky. Caleb R. Shesky. Bailey Rose Schuster. Alyssa Elaine Sabotka. Nicholas Daniel Stevenson. Hannah Becker. Austin Matthew Gabehart. Emily Rebecca Kowalski. Ana Laura Nolasco Cuevas. Ethan Ochoa. Alexandria Lynn Olson. Marissa K. Pfeiffer. Hope Elizabeth Prott. Rachel Marie Schott. Brooklyn Marie Sorensen. Ian Parker Thomas. Lauren Evelyn Van Winkle. Nathan L. Weintz. Brittany Marie Wolken. Gabriel J. Haberman. Haejong Lee. John Paul Lemke. Ayane Nakajima. Corey Reeder. Morgan Faye Santel. Andrew S. Tellis. Tyler Walker.
On behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate of Natural and Social Sciences, we want to congratulate our graduates. We are proud and happy for you and hope you'll come back to see us as often as you can. Okay. Caitlin A. Hinkie. Joshua Sloger Edgar. Slow down. Audrey Ann Grant. Okay. Hold on. Patrick Michael McHugh. Slow down. Okay. Emily Ann Shuck. Allison N. Wolf. Kelly Jean Davis. Brittany Forbes. Trisha Dawn Hendricks. Tyler Andrew McEwen. Josiah Schollard. Aspen Laurel Abrams. Monica A. Amavi. Tamara Lee Amesbury. Jesse Daniel Anderson. Abel J. Arias. Mahuyan Oliver Avandi. Kayla R. Bonchoff. Joshua Paul Barger. Wyatt Allen Bain. Kelsey L. Belgum. Tori J. Bai. Alyssa Blair. Benjamin C. Bomberger. Kelsey Irene Bonta. Michael Bright. Dusty Lynn Brocksterman. Jacob Allen Birkland. Andrew T. Butler. Dulce Serrano. Zachary Stephen Crastel. Chloe M. E. Christensen. Joshua Richard Cleveland. Christopher J. Curry. Lane Dinas. Anthony Lloyd Donovan. Jenna Dubas. Jordan Kayla Duffick. Lacey J. Dye. Kale Justin Ecker. Taylor Renee Earhart. Nancy Elizalde Trejo. Justin J. Ellingson. Kari Marie Emery. Alexis Danielle Erickson. Keithan Kale Fertig. Ashley Jade Forrester. Karen Lynn Franzen. Hannah Louise Fuchs. Kyle David Goodrow. At a commissioning ceremony later today, Mr. Goodrow will be commissioned through the UNK Army Reserve Officer Training Corps program as a second lieutenant in the Nebraska National Guard. We're going to wait for the applause to quiet. Catherine Nicole Georgiana. Jordana Esther Glock. Taylor Marie Godberson. Megan Gregg. Arelica Guerrero. Caitlin J. Hashke. Catherine G. Hayen. Hobie Dean Hayward. Taylor Nicole Heinzen. Amy Lori Hendrickson. Alex R. Henriksen. Serena L. Hoffman. Rachel R. Posick. Montana Marie Hosterman. Erica Houchin. Alexander J. Humfer. Andy Trung Huen. Krista Michelle Kaiser. Emily Sue Caslin. Darcy A. Kennedy. Taylor Lee Kester. Briar Canan. Brett Wade Klima. Carrie Joanne Kreifels. David Scott Crumland. Ashley Colette Larson. Tianyang Liu. Yesenia Luna Rodriguez. Denise H. Lyons. Mackenzie A. Matthews. Courtney Lee McClellan. Ethan Jacob McClellan. Lori N. McCullough. Nicholas Bruce McGrath. Keisha Ray McQuay. Elizabeth Ann Meister. Michaela N. Mangini. Kelly Marie Messbarger. Caitlin Mitchell. Kiefer Michael. James Edward Mitchell. Estrella Monroy. Thais Marua. Kelsey D. Nagley. Grace Ann Napier. Anna Jane Nelson. Jackson James Osborne. Jessica Marie Poluchek. Megan Pasbrigg. Thank you. William Pettit. Delaney Phillips. Emily Dawn Plock. Robert Nels Polson. Cole Dallas Pritchard. Lauren Elizabeth Raymond. Brianna M. Richard. Adam Ripp. Alexandra Page Rizzo. Justine Lee Runge. Andrew K. Schissel. Aaron Michael Schnitzler. Fletcher Kennan Sheridan. Jared Spear. Tanner Stark. Noah G. Stewart. At a commissioning ceremony later today, Mr. Stewart will be commissioned through the UNK Army Reserve Officer Training Program as a second lieutenant in the Nebraska National Guard. Trey Jordan Stombaugh. Taylor Kalen Stowater. George Omar Tovar. Leah Michelle Ewing. Matthew James Ulrich. Nathan M. Vinton. Kelly Ray Ward. William G. Westman. Katrina Maria Wetton. Marvin D. Whitehorn. Sarah Webush. Todd Williamson. Scout McKay Wilson. Alyssa Janelle Zink. William D. Brockelman. Jennifer Evadale Davis. Lindsay May Pearson. Michelle Lou Ritter. Lance R. Sorensen. Benjamin J. Wyneth. J.C. Lynn Ballou. Abigail Leon Carroll. Christopher Allen Dietz. Alexis Jade George. Jordan A. Hoff. Jenny Sue Scott. Yukiko Ueno.
Chancellor Christensen, these are the baccalaureate graduates. Will you all please join me in extending our congratulations to them?
Thank you, Dr. Bisek. Chancellor Christensen.
Thank you. We're just about done. Yeah. Scott, thank you so much. I believe that's the first standing ovation I've seen at commencement, and it's well-deserved. Thank you again. We have a couple of things traditionally we need to do at this point in time. So first of all, I need some help from anyone who is an alumnus of UNK, Kearney State College, and if there are any from the normal school, would you please stand for just a moment? Everybody who's an alumnus, please stand. Okay? Yes, that's great, but here's what I need to do. Please stay standing. I need you to help us with the turning of the tassel. The turning of the tassel after graduates have received their diploma is a time-honored tradition symbolizing their transition from candidate to graduate. It's a well-earned privilege, and alumni, faculty, friends, and guests, I hope that you give a great welcome to these people. Graduates, it is now time to turn your tassels. Great. You all may be seated. Thank you. Another important tradition, I believe, is to recognize the faculty. Would our distinguished faculty and emeriti faculty please rise and receive the appreciation of everyone? Faculty. We have so many people on staff who have made today possible, all the way from organizing and printing the programs to making sure that you're all taken care of. Thank you, each and every one of you. I know you're scattered throughout, and many of you are getting ready to help people exit. Graduates, we are very, very proud of you, to say the least. Be generous with your skills, and never forget UNK. Please tell people what a great experience you've had, and we sincerely appreciate that. To the audience, thank you so much. This is a long time, I know that. But we think it's important that each graduate receive their degree and receive their diploma, and I appreciate your patience so that allows us to do that. Thank you all again for coming today.
Thank you, Chancellor. And thanks to all of you for attending today's ceremony. Audience, please remain seated until the recessional has been completed. University Marshal, student gonfaloniers, and stage party, would you please prepare for the recessional? Head Marshal Garrison, Dr. Bierman, you may begin the recessional.